Ron G Morning Show, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on WSAN Radio.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I do agree. Everybody does need a coach. And sometimes, like you said, it may not be a person that you actually seek out. Your coach may come from your spiritual, guidance or whatever, right? Maybe you listen to your books, your podcasts, or whatever. We all have some coaching.
We all need some coaching from time to time. I don't care what they say, even though I know I need it too. I need it. I'm a little hard-headed sometimes, but I guess it goes along with the territory too, right?
Listen, they say a hard head makes a soft. I won't say it.
Behind, I'll say it. I'll say behind your butt.
Well, Ron, that's not what I was going to say. Hey, if anyone knows Coach K, I curse.
Oh, that part. All right, I got you. Wake up, Ron.
Get it. Man, I tell you, Ron, today I wanted to do, and I meant to post it, my bad. It's so funny. For at least 2 weeks after I do an event, I'm definitely kind of scared. She won't see me much. I gotta kind of go back in, fill my tank so I can bust out like, hey, how you doing? So I'm up.
All right.
I'm back. However, what I want to talk about, because I don't know if you indulge, Ron, but last Friday was Valentine's Day, right?
Right.
So typically Valentine's Day, people maybe go out to dinner, it's chocolate or whatever. It's tons of candy around, right? Tons of candy.
Tons.
So wanted to do a goal check. Because for my people who said, come the first of the year, I'm on it. I'm going to be in the gym. I'm eating like I'm supposed to. How you doing now? The studies say you have already fallen off. That's what the studies say. Majority of people who began New Year weight loss, lifestyle changes, goals have already said, I'm going to try again in a little bit. Right? How many times or whatever have you gone by the gym now in February and there's spaces in the parking lot, but beginning of the year, packed to the gills, right? Packed to the gills. So goal check, folks. How we doing? Are we making it? Have you stuck to it? Because here's the group. Let's talk about the group that they are talking about in this study. Okay. So the group that they're talking about in this study were wanting something, immediate gratification goals. Like they were like, man, I'm going to do this or whatever. Then they got started and said, shoo, this is a lot harder than what I realized, right? Then it was like, well, I got this coming up. I got this coming up. I got this. So life gets in the way, right? Life gets in the way because it's so-and-so birthday, because it's Valentine's Day, because it's this, because it's that. Life gets in the way and you have pushed aside those goals. Now, the people, hopefully my people, you're there. Hopefully you're out there. And you are the people who, even though you chose to start in what I consider in a commercial way, because, like you said, New Year's, right? Pretty commercial.
Right.
However, you made small choices, small changes, right? You said, well, instead of making the choice to purchase my lunch, I'm going to start off this month. If I don't do nothing else, I'm going to take my lunch. Even if, and I'm talking, and even the people who work from home, you know, even the people from work from home, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, you're at home. How can you not
I see where
be prepared and you're at home, right? So I want to, you know, over the weekend, I met this couple, right? And they said, now I'm gonna tell you exactly where I met them, because I'm not ashamed. I met them at the Olive Garden. Why? Because I wanted pasta. I'm not cooking pasta. It's not happening over here. I heard that the steak gonzola was back on the menu, and I love it. Okay, so I was like, okay, you know, this is what I want. That was my treat to myself. So, and duly noted that even though I wanted the chocolate cake too, I did not have it. Anyways, uh, but the couple said, and they, I think the husband sounds like he works from home, but he's kind of on call 24/7, and the wife sounds like she works outside the home. However, they said they do their meal prep for breakfast and lunch. That's it. I said, well, do you eat dinner? She said, well, most of the time we, you know, just go get something or whatever.
Uh-oh. I hear it coming. I hear it coming.
Why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Now, as I said, let's back up to my folks who may have be beginning a lifestyle change, and they want to make small changes. And they said, I'm going to start by taking my lunch, not buying my lunch. All right. That's different. That's because you're not used to prepping nothing, sound like. So you are making this small change towards a better lifestyle, right? But these people they have it, but then they lose it. It's like, if you can prepare breakfast and lunch, well, why not have dinner? She said, well, I don't want to eat the same thing for lunch or for dinner. Well, why are you only making one thing? So I want to talk to my people and maybe give you a tip in case it's not something that you think about. When it comes to your meal prep, if you are only making one thing, you are setting yourself up for failure. Point blank, period. If you only make, okay, I'm gonna make a brown chicken, I'm gonna make, you know, brown chicken, rice, and cabbage, and that's what you're gonna have all week long, man, get out of here. You know better than that. You know by the time you eat it 2-3 times, you about done with it. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
You're setting yourself up for failure. So she said, so when I, you know, so you may say, well, then that means I have to make like a small amount or whatever. You know, if you want to make a big portion, make a big portion, because go ahead, make what you're going to make, freeze the rest, bang. Automatically, you have made that one dish or so forth. You have it, yes, for a couple of days, but you also have some in the freezer.
Right.
Maybe, as you know, maybe you say, okay, well, I'm gonna put it, you know, put that in the freezer for a couple of days or so forth, for eat my couple of days of what I left in the in the refrigerator, and then you say, well, I'm gonna throw in something on the grill maybe on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So maybe you've planned and you are planning in that you have time to cook maybe midweek or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine because you have a couple of days that's going to last you, right? And then you plan on cooking on maybe this, day or two later. Maybe that's not in your time. You don't have that time a day or two later, right? So let's go ahead and knock it out in the beginning. You say, well, I don't have time to spend all day in the kitchen. I get that. Personally, cooking isn't my fave either. You know what I mean? However, I'll say this. If you work smarter and not harder. So you may take a good 4 hours, you in the kitchen, right? So let's go back to that meal that you made, that chicken and rice and cabbage so you already know that you're making that. All right. Well, the rice can go with another meal, right? So you can make enough to go with another meal, right? Instead of making just a little bit, make some for a couple of days. The cabbage, maybe you say, well, I don't want to just have that. All right, well, fine. We've already frozen some and then we left some out. We don't have to eat that with another meal. However, that cabbage that we made, now when we're going to go ahead and fire up our grill, because on our grill, we're going to grill some vegetables. So we have another option besides cabbage.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. We're going to fire up our grill because we have another option besides cabbage. We're grilling maybe some vegetables. We're grilling different meats. Mind you, Ron, you already have the chicken, right? So maybe you like me. I make mine in the crock pot. So while that chicken, the same meal, like the same time, I'm making brown chicken, rice, and cabbage. So while that is in the crock pot, my cabbage is on the stove, right? My rice is on the stove. While that is going on, I am prepping my meats to go on the grill. I'm prepping my vegetables to go on the grill, because we don't want to walk away from the rice. You know what I'm saying? Once day goes by, maybe you fancy, you got a rice cooker or something. I'm not that fancy. I'm not that invested. But maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe these meats, you say that you're not doing it for a grill. Maybe you're not grilling. But maybe you have what everybody seems to have but me, an air fryer. Yeah. So while you are, cooking this on the stove, you got this in the crock pot, you're doing this or whatever, you're prepping some meat or whatever, some to go in the oven, some that you just have already prepped and stored. And if you want, put it in the freezer. So that way, when you want, you could just take it out. And from what I hear, you could just put it in that air fryer. That's what I heard. I don't know.
You can.
But it's already done.
Right.
So while you have it set up here, got your crock pot going with this chicken, right? You may have, like I said, enough chicken to put in the freezer to have a meal or two for next week. You never know, right? If I'm not grilling my vegetables, because maybe I'm doing the air fryer joint or so forth, well, I can roast my vegetables in the oven, can I? Pop them in there. I don't have to stand over it. So while I have chicken going, maybe in my oven, I don't care, judge your mama, pork chops. Maybe I have my pork chops going. I'm roasting freaking vegetables in the oven. I have my cabbage on the stove. I have rice. Maybe I'm not, I don't really, maybe I do like couscous or like quinoa or something. I don't really need necessarily a starch. That's not necessarily my, I don't have to have it. Some people may make sweet potatoes. Again, I don't really eat potatoes on a regular, so However, these are things you could do while you have those vegetables in there. Maybe you want to roast 1 or 2 sweet potatoes. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because notice I said while you're roasting the vegetable and didn't include sweet potato. That's not your vegetable. I don't want to hear it. Okay. But anyways, so again, while you have spent time in the kitchen, you have all modalities going. You got your crock pot going, you got your stove going, you got your oven going. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have this air fryer going. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe again, you take it and prep your stuff and go cook all of it on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
However, what you have done is giving yourself variety at one time. Again, if you want to freeze it. You already have it done. Yeah. And so, again, for my people who began in the beginning of the year and you said, I'm a meal prep, and you got bored. This may be why you got bored.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go ahead, take a scroll down the grocery aisles or so forth or whatever, and figure out what works best for you. You know, personally, I mean, I eat more turkey and so forth because it's quicker for me. You know, beef is quicker, lamb is quicker for me as opposed to chicken. Because I got cleaning, I got that, you know what I'm saying? Seafood, bop, I just throw it in there. I'm going to eat fish before I eat shrimp. Because I got to sit up there and I got to peel the shrimp. I got this, you know what I'm saying? So what is convenient for you? Don't add in things that are difficult. You know what I mean? Instead of adding additional tasks to your to-do list, again, work smarter, not harder. And I bet you, if you are meal prepping, and again, remember, this is goal check. The point of this conversation is a goal check. If you fell off of your meal prep because of that, let's try some of these things. And just as if you're also tracking, I keep saying you could put it in the freezer. I say that because, for instance, you take and you make a whole pot of something, okay? You make a whole pot of something. You know you're not going to eat all of that. But the thing is, if you've made it, you know, you've already, like, if you just make a little bit, then you're just going to have enough to eat. But if you just take that moment and add a little bit more to it and put it in the freezer, maybe next week you won't have to cook as much. Maybe next week you only need to throw something in the crock pot or in the oven because you pulling from your freezer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, stop acting like they invented microwave meals. They didn't.
True. So true. You know, no, with you saying that, in the beginning, you said how in the beginning everybody goes to the gym, they watch what you're eating. What I found watching people who want to change their lifestyle, they let peer pressure mess with them. And the reason why I'm saying that is this: you go to a function and you know you're not supposed to do it. It's always like, oh, go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt you. That happened to me when I changed my lifestyle. Some people that I know, some relatives said, man, why don't you go ahead and try this? It won't hurt you. I said, yes, it will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I sat down there and I denied it. Some people got mad at me because I wouldn't taste what they made. Mm. And then I was at a function during Christmas, and I was there, and everybody know I like banana pudding.
Okay, so, that's the jam, huh?
Yeah. So my son looked at me, I looked at him, he looked at me, he's eating banana pudding, he did like this. And I knew exactly what he meant. It was too sweet. Mm. When you get people in your family looking out for you, that means they care for you and things like that. But the ones that are telling you, go ahead, it won't kill you. Oh, yes, it will. But
the thing is, Ron, it's just that they don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Once you get it, once you get it, it's easy. Like you said, you create your community of people because you've gotten it, and you see maybe now they're starting to get it. You start to share information. They may now ask, well, why don't you, or so forth, or what is this, and that's what's up. Because like you said, it's not that these people don't care about you. It's just that they don't get it. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, it's just like, and I always use this example, but it's the best. And I always put out my disclaimer. It's not like I've ever tried it, but I swear I grew up in the city. I know a lot of people that smoke crack. So that's why I say that. You can't smoke crack and stop smoking crack, and your partner and your circle and your peers are still smoking crack.
You have to change that circle.
You have to change your circle. So in this instance, your son obviously is looking out for you. So he's in that circle. There's some other people probably, that are also probably making lifestyle changes and so forth, that you may hang around a little bit more. Different seasons. Remember, they tell you people in your life for reasons and seasons, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So those people who don't get it, they don't get it because they're not in this season of your lifestyle, your change or whatever. That's how I look at it. But I do agree with the peer pressure. That is a big factor of why people fall off the wagon. Is because their friends say, well, come on, just this one time or so forth. So they do. And the thing about that is, if this does apply to you, because I was going to go to the gym next, but I only have like my 3 points or so forth, so I'll stay here. But with you changing your circle is not necessary, but evaluating your circle and what's working and what's not working, what is helping you and what is not. You know what I mean? With our food, and I posted something the other day, and it said, your food is either helping you or hurting you, right? And sometimes that's where we are in our circle, right? We're trying to do better. We're trying to make these lifestyle changes. We're really making an effort to improve our health. However, our people around us is not there. And that's fine. Now, the thing is, do they respect your changes? Because just because they're not there doesn't mean that they can not be around you. My girlfriend and I went out the other day, and so we go out, and sure enough, the guy, he comes, and the waiter says, you want water, and automatically said yes. And I was like, yes, no ice, lime, bring her one with ice, whatever. And she just rolls her eyes. She was like, that's my healthy friend.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's what's up. Like I said, it don't mean, now she don't want me sometimes. Like, I remember one time I was like, hey, I'm around the corner. I said, I actually have a snack. I said, she was like, oh, come through. So I came, and I forget what I had. And I remember her taking a picture about when you let your healthy friend pick the snacks. I'll be that.
Yeah.
I'll be that. One time a friend of mine told an ex-boyfriend of mine, man, she gonna have you eating salad and stuff. And he was like, well, I like salad. I was like, good. Because, you know what I mean? I'll be that friend. That is fine. So like I said, that is something that I want to make sure that my people who quite they're struggling. They're not on, their goals. They either fell off or they're just struggle bussing. You have to take control of the controllables. And the controllable is you.
That's right.
It's you. So if your friends say, come on, girl, let's go out, so forth or whatever, and you don't have the willpower to, instead of this is talking to self right now. You don't have the willpower to not get a cocktail and just get a club soda or whatever, then stay behind in the house. That part. Or, if you know that this particular friend, every time y'all hang out, y'all end up eating somewhere, put out your disclaimer and say, hey, I know usually we go here and then we go there, but girl, I can't do that, or so forth or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just switch it up. So like you said, if peer pressure or just, it's just too hard. And really what it is I forget, I posted it not too long ago, and that was such a good one. And it said, something about your discipline, because that's what we miss a lot of times. What we miss is we're not getting what we want or what's happening because of our discipline. That's really what it is, and then what you want most. No, that's not what it said. Oh, but that was a good one, but that's not it. But it's discipline. But it was such a good one. Can't find it. But anyways, but like you said, that's where we go wrong. We don't have the self-discipline to control the controllables. Us.
And
So
you got to remember, you control what you put in your mouth. Nobody's forcing you to eat that. Now, let me tell you something I did to my wife. I turned around having coffee. I was making coffee on Saturdays. And I said, babe, this is some of the best coffee I ever had. I said, it's decaffeinated. I don't drink decaffeinated coffee. I said, you've been drinking for the past month. Why didn't you tell me? I said, I'm telling you right now. So now the story is she makes sure she get up and make coffee on Saturday mornings. I've thrown a pot of decaf like it's no tomorrow, but she can't tell the difference. The other thing I food her on is some of the chili I make is pure turkey meat.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me she could tell the difference between turkey and beef.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I tell you, the last 3 pots of chili I made over the past couple of years has been turkey meat. No, I haven't. Yes, it has.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could fool people like that when they say, I don't like that. And then when you cook it and feed it to them, that was pretty good. Boy, she told me she didn't like deer meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I turned around and made a pot roast like it was deer meat. She tore that thing. I said, that was deer meat.
What? Wow.
She just looked at me and said, I gotta watch what you cook. I said, you're living, aren't you?
You know what? Just being honest, if you cook it, I'm eating it. I'm not like, just as I mentioned, cooking I can pass on. So it's not that I can't. But it's not my jam. It is not my jam. I am still looking for someone that can come in here and cook and clean. That is the goal. I'm looking for an all-in-one type deal. That's what I need, But no, I definitely like you said, controlling the controllables. If you do the cooking, if you do the grocery shopping in your house, remember you control that. And one thing that a client of mine, and she mentioned that she did this because I'm not, anybody know me, I'm not really a big online shopper. I have like my spurts where I get certain things, but it's not my jam. I'm definitely not letting people pick out my groceries. I just so I'm not my jam. However, she said that she would make their like meal plan for the week. what they're going to make. Go on the HEB app or whatever and put the ingredients in the cart, right?
Yeah.
Order, and they just go pick them up. And she was like, that stops her from picking up unnecessary things. And, you know, one, she's guaranteed to have what she needs. So it's not no, oh man, I forgot this. I got to run to the store, which also means that you pick up unnecessary things, right? So as a suggestion, you know, if you find that going in the grocery store is just too much pressure for you, you know, make a menu. Make your menu. Take and write down all of the things that you need and just order it in the app. Don't even go to the store if that's what it is. If you don't have that willpower.
You see,
that's all I'm saying. Until you get it.
Yeah,
Until you get it.
Right. And what messed with people's mind is when you do go to the store and you get in that line, they got to the left and to the right, stuff sitting there. Oh, well, maybe I'll grab this and maybe I'll grab that. Next, you know, you're out there with all this junk stuff you didn't go in there to get because they get you as soon as you go in line.
You know, I laughed because they don't get me no more. It, you know, every once in a while it used to, but it hasn't gotten me in years, really. I have to be in the mood. If I pick up something, it's really probably just because I've been in the mood for it and I have opportunity. Because I don't keep, like I said, you be mad you come in here. There's literally like no snacks here. Like, there's none. Like, my daughter, she was like, Mom, she was supposed to come down and she didn't. She was like, man, I have food to put in your freezer.
Oh,
I literally for lunch yesterday, like I had like a bowl of broccoli and I had just check the blocks. But anyway, you mentioned that, you know, stuff being in the, you know, on the aisles. And the other day I went into Ulta. I went to pick up one thing. I went to pick up two things and I decided just to get the one thing. And I got it and I'm in line. So as I'm standing in line and I look over and there's this rack that says 75% off or something. I'm like, so as I turn my head to start scanning, the woman says, next. I was like, thank you, Lord. And so I get down there, I tell the woman, I said, ma'am, I said, I'm not even going to lie. I said, you just saved me right now. I said, because I turned my head and saw that sales rack. I know I would have got something I really didn't need. And she said, you're welcome, ma'am. I said, thank you. Because real talk, So my point in saying that, and like you said, is, yeah, maybe that will get me. However, going in the grocery store and those aisles, once you get it, it won't get you either.
Yeah.
It won't get you either. That's the, you know, I mean, honestly. And the last thing, we're going to loop back around this gym comment. Now, because remember, my people who are still on task, on goals, they control the controllables. They may already be doing my suggestion that I suggested for meal prep.
Yep.
They may already be have told their friends and family, hey, listen, you know, I'm making some changes. I'm not doing this or whatever. Set some boundaries on some things, right?
Right.
Now, we still got to go to the gym. Or we still have to exercise. Because I don't believe that you need to go to the gym. I think that you just need to make sure you exercise, right?
Right.
So, all those empty parking spots at the gym now.
Yep.
Where these people, this group of people, that the experts in the studies have already said you have fallen off.
Yep.
You have fallen off. I think they gave the by the second week, because it's Valentine's Day usually. Second week of February, usually the people are done. Usually people are done.
Yeah.
And so those people who did make the commitment and began making small changes to their lifestyle are already on track, because maybe they weren't one of those people who rushed to the gym right away.
Yeah.
Maybe they were the ones that said, I'm gonna start off walking. I'm a start walking around the house with ankle weights and wrist weights and, or whatever. They started small, attainable goals.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe now they're at the gym and
Right.
you're not.
Exactly.
Because you started the year with fit and fine. Whatever you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Whatever you say you were gonna do, you did it for literally 2.5 weeks. That's about the average length of time that a person truly who begins New Year goals lasts.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, that's
because because like you said, going into that third week, you like,
do I gotta go?
You may make it a day, maybe two, but you off by the end of the week.
Yep. You
So
see,
for my people,
you this, don't you?
Yeah. What is that?
That is my whole wheat cracker. If I get the munchies, I get my unsalted whole wheat crackers with H2O.
Okay, so crackers is not the jam, Ron.
I know, but it's my snack in between.
Okay.
What I do in between so I don't gorge during lunch or anything.
So remember at the event earlier in the month, and we were talking about having more protein.
Mm-hmm.
So your snack versus a carb, because it may be, like you said, wheat, whatever. It's still flour or whatever in it. Replace that with something with protein. So while you're snacking, maybe you have a few of almonds or whatever there instead. That will be more beneficial to you with your snacking. Just FYI. But anyways, so yes, when we go to the gym, and like you said, because you started off so gung-ho and have fallen off in 2.5 weeks,
Ooh.
right? The person who may have began walking maybe 10 minutes a day, now they up to 30 minutes a day. Maybe they up to, like I said, maybe they're now at the gym.
Yeah.
You're not. So the difference is, again, they made small changes. So my suggestion is exactly what I just said. If fitness is a thing that you need to include in your and your day-to-day activities, and it is not there now, don't start by running to the gym. Now, if you are a person, because my daughter is very much like this, she needs separation. So she doesn't want to work out at home. She wants a separate place that she can go that is dedicated for that task, right? So maybe that's you. All right, well, that's fine. Again, there's air and fresh and space outside, right?
Especially today.
Well, you don't want to go out there today. I mean, but you know what? So let's talk about that. All right. So today is cold as around here, right?
Yep.
And you said, because I said to myself, I said, man, I'm glad that I got my dogs out for a walk yesterday, because I don't always have time to take them. I don't, walk. I used to walk them at night. I stopped walking them at night. I can't see. Ain't no need, that just isn't it. So if I can't walk them during the day, then they are out in the backyard. But I said, man, I'm glad I got them out, because I knew it was going to be cold. Now, for me, it's not a big deal, because I can jump on the treadmill, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll dance, or whatever, that I'm doing, box, whatever, step aerobics, whatever. I have options right here. However, I want for the people who don't necessarily have all of the options or so forth, let's make a plan. Like, all right, you're starting off slow by walking outside. Then the weather gets cold or rains or whatever. And now you're like, oh, I can't go outside. Let's make sure that when we start our workout regime, wherever it is, if it's like you said, walking outside, if it's walking with ankle weights, maybe you're hula hooping, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you have a backup plan. Make sure you have a backup plan. So in case you're not able to do your normal thing, you have something else that you fall back to innately, and is nothing but a thing. Because that's what throws people off as well. Why is the 2.5? Why, like you said, is like, okay, well, life got in the way. So life got in the way and you couldn't make it to the gym. So you said, well, I can't work out. So now, whatever reason it is that you didn't make it to the gym, you just didn't make it to the gym because you said, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's not promised, right? Tomorrow's not promised. So if you don't make it to the gym or you don't do whatever, like I said, if I don't get in what I call a dedicated workout, I have things that I do that make me get up to my I use my watch and my I want to 500 calories. Those 500 I mean, you ain't going to burn a whole bunch of calories sitting down. You know what I'm saying? You got to move around. So for me, that is how I keep up with it in case I don't get in what I want. Or I actually, now because Tank Top, look, March Madness starts March 1st.
Yeah.
And if you have followed Wanna Go Fit, we have been doing this for years. This is one of those ways that, it's like, all right, I want to start, working out. I want to do something. This is tricep dips and push-ups. That's what it is. So because for me, I'm just saying for me, if I'm not, able to do something, or I didn't feel like I did something dedicated, or I don't feel like I made my calorie count and I want to, or whatever. Now I told myself, if I don't get it in, I'm going to go ahead and just start on my tank top, madness now. Do my push-ups, do my tricep dips. So that way, I'm still doing something. That is my backup plan, though. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for my people who have fallen off at the gym already, you in that 2.5 crowd, make sure you have another plan. Right. We, like you said, what is popular right now, a couple of my clients have them, are these walking pads.
Yeah.
So I think that, if you are maybe, like you said, it's hot here. So, a lot of times people are like, I don't want to be out in that heat. So whatever it is, that you have, like you said, use it, but have a backup plan. Yeah. Is because what if you go to your walking pad and it's not working? So what you going to do? Not work out? No. Have something else to do. So maybe you have some videos or something like that you like to do on YouTube. Wanna Go Fit has videos, but anyway.
Yeah, good one. Good one. I like that.
Shameless plug. But and actually I'm about to start recording. I'm looking for some Wanna Go Fit girls so I can record some videos. Yeah. But anyway, um make sure you have a backup plan, you know. So like you said, you are successful with your goals, you know. Doesn't matter what, you know, what life throws at you. All right, well, I know I can do this, right? So just to recap, for my people who have already fallen off
The
your
whack.
New Year's weight loss goals, so forth, or whatever, this conversation was for you. This was for you. Goal check. Check in. Check in. Have you? Have you? Be honest with yourself. And why didn't you? If it was for meal prepping, if it was for your diet because you couldn't get that under control, go back. Remember, as I said, work smarter, not harder. Take that time, fix multiple things, throw it in the freezer. Have your plan ready. If going in the grocery store is too much temptation, make your menu, write your grocery list, order it online, have them put it in your car here. They put it in your car. I don't know, you know. But again, have your plan. Have your plan. If going to the gym, like I said, is not your thing, if you can't always make it to the gym, have an alternative way, something that you can do that is not too disruptive to what you already have to do, to what your life obligations already call for.
Yeah.
Make it attainable. Going to the gym for 2 hours is not maybe what you need to do. Maybe you need to start walking outside or going up and down your steps with some ankle weights or something. I don't know. But make it attainable. And then 3, control the controllables. You have to control your environment. It's you. You have to put boundaries on certain things. If your friend group, family members, or so forth are not encouraging your healthy habits, then you need to have a talk with them, or like, hey, man, listen, listen. So that's what I got, Ron. That's
Let
what I got.
let me
Goal
throw,
check.
yeah, let me
Where you
throw,
at?
yeah. Well, let me throw something at you.
Okay.
We've been talking about New Year's resolutions and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to see if people could try this. Don't wait for January.
Yeah.
Do it in November.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, do it in November so you get used to your routine. So when January come around, you don't have to worry about no resolution. You already started it. Because I
Yeah.
think people are pressured for January to do it because in the back of their head, well, I'm gonna do this come January 1st. It's freaking September. Start it now. Why wait till the first of the year?
Because that is why I had this conversation, Ron, because those are not the people that it sticks.
Yeah.
If you already, I mean, I feel like what they say, it can be one day or day one. Which one is going to be? It can be on a Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. I, from this day forward, am going to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, like you said, those people, if you get it, yes, you know that you don't need to wait until the first of the year, that you don't need to make these New Year's resolutions. You already know because you know that you need to make a change and you are disciplined enough and you're thinking and, you know, to say, all right, well, I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's not this group of people, Ron. These are the group of people who in September may had a doctor's appointment and they said, hey, you got to lose weight. And they said, all right, I'm going to wait to the first. That's the people we're talking about right now. And I'm not calling y'all out. I know, you know, I'm not. However, what I want you to understand is it can be one day or day one.
Amen to that. See, that's why we like you, Coach K. That's why, no, we don't like, we love Coach K. I say it
I
all.
was about to say, dang,
We love
last
Coach
week you
K.
loved me.
You know,
Yeah, you do.
you tell it like it is, and that's what we appreciate for people hearing the real talk. Because sometimes the real talk scare the mess out of people because they know it's true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a thing I always say, tell the truth, shame the devil. And it's just because really, the truth hurts. The
Yes.
truth is hard. It's hard, and I saw something, and it was talking about conspiracy theories actually, but it was like your truth, if you believe it, is true, and yeah, a person can talk themselves into saying, shoot, again, let's go back to the crack. A person can talk themselves into
Right.
thinking that this is it.
Yep.
This is a good idea to try this.
One hit won't hurt, you know? Then it goes to the second and the third. Next, you're on that same kick again.
There you go, looking like Pookie.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I definitely think that if, and it's so hard, Ron. Discipline is so hard.
Yeah.
Discipline is so hard. Oh my goodness. Like, and you began the conversation with everybody needs a coach.
Yeah.
And this is where I think once you get to the point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, you seek out someone to hold you, even if you don't like what they say. Even if you don't like what they say, but it's the truth. Why?
Right.
The truth is hard.
It is.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Get you a coach.
Yep. The truth today is cold outside, so that's not hard to swallow. Step outside.
Look, I know that's right. Look, you can tell I got shorts on. I'm definitely not outside today.
Yeah, but you got on a hoodie too, so she protecting herself. Because I said, Coach K gonna be late today because she's probably cold. I said I shouldn't say that because she's gonna beat me up. That's what I said.
No, I just, like you said, just moving around, busy. Yeah. All right, Ron,
All right.
Hit me up. Let me know. Like you said, I saw your email, so
Okay.
follow
Yeah,
up.
I'm following up on it. I'm gonna follow up again today with a phone call.
All right, appreciate
Okay.
that, my brother. All right, there, good folks. Y'all look, and I appreciate the prompt. I heard that. Look, listen to the prompt. Wanna go fit.com. Call me up.
You know what? We're gonna end the show with your spot.
Ready to transform your body and your life? Tune in to Wanna Go Fit with Coach K on WSAN Radio every other Wednesday at 10 a.m.
We're not just working out. We're saving the world 1 pound at a time. Let's crush those goals together with fun, effective workouts tailored just for you.
From expert advice to valley shrinking exercises with modifications for everyone, Coach K has what you need to succeed. Got fitness goals? We've got the answers. Say yes and let us do the rest. Email us at info@wannagofit.com or call 210-910-7229 to get started today.
Your journey to a healthier you starts right here. Let's make it happen.
Join the movement. Wanna Go Fit with Coach K every other Wednesday at 10 a.m. on WSAN Radio, because a healthier you means a healthier world.
Wanna Go Fit, where we're saving the world 1 pound at a time.
Nice. That's right.
You see that?
That's right. All right. And on that note, 2 fingers peace.
All right.
That's what's up.
All right.
Have a good day, folks.
All right, you
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to WSAN Radio. Catch us on our YouTube channel, WSAN Radio SA. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button.